I used to have no problem with sex or being ready. Now, after going through some things and probably age, I want more from my partner. I want verbal communication during sex, even if just a little, and I want foreplay, the kind that makes you ready to have sex as soon as you walk in the door. We aren't like that anymore. And I think I make him uncomfortable when I ask him to say or do more. I've tried all kinds of things, like sending pictures while he's away from me, but he doesn't seem to connect all of this to our sex life or just better sex. But if we stop having sex, he notices that immediately. I want to feel like the baddest bitch or just that he's craving me. But he thinks he should be able to just poke me and I'm ready, like we're 21. We would start sex the same way every time if it was up to him. Oh, all right. Well, first, thank you for being vulnerable and honest. I want to normalize your experience. Excuse me. This can be a common shift as we move through life. Sex doesn't stay the same as it was in our 20s. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Our bodies change, our needs change, and often our capacity for pleasure deepens. Sounds like you're asking for communication and foreplay because those things matter more to you right now. They help your body feel alive and ready, help your body and mind feel connected, alive, and ready. That's valid. You're not asking for too much. It sounds like you're trying to do some work, you're sending pictures, you're trying to communicate, and maybe it's not getting through. Okay. I'm also hearing you say it sounds like you have a craving to feel desired. Understood. So if we're talking gonna put this frame this around fantasies, you have a fantasy about being craved, spoken to, lovingly, desirably, being pursued. This doesn't make you needy. This doesn't make you broken. It means that you are in the mood for more emotional and sensual intimacy, not just physical touch. So, what do you do? Here's a few things that you could try outside of maybe thinking about this relationship is not for you. Not saying that's the case, but here's a few things that I'm going to offer up. First, maybe try naming the fantasy, not just the behavior. So instead of, I want more foreplay, you could try framing it around, I love it when you make me feel like you can't wait to get your hands on me. That really gets me ready. This frames your desire as an excitement rather than just a checklist. Second, you might try, and again, maybe you did try these and just didn't have the space to write it all. And if so, excuse me, can't fix stupid, right? But here's the other thing I would suggest experiment with small acts. So, excuse me, if asking for more, quote unquote, feels overwhelming for him, potentially, maybe start small. For example, tonight, I'd love if you could just whisper one thing you want to do to me before we start. Sometimes baby steps can help partners build comfort. I know that you said that this is something that you guys don't do anymore. So it sounds like you have done it in the past. So maybe also, excuse me, reminiscing a little bit about some of your favorite moments together, right? And reminding each other what it is that really set the sparks flying. So, third, I would say reconnect outside of the bedroom. So, sometimes people miss the link between everyday intimacy and sex. Flirting with him during the day, not just with pictures. I understand you were sending pictures. Great. Maybe small touches, compliments, sharing a playful fantasy, as I mentioned before, that you might have had about him. These things that bridge the gap. Finally, hold on to this truth. Wanting to feel like the baddest bitch, quote unquote, in your partner's eyes is not unreasonable. This is the essence of erotic energy: being seen, being craved, being adored. Your fantasy is giving you valuable information. The more you honor that, the easier it will be to bring him along with you or leave him behind. I hope that this was helpful.